Where were we, Kia?
Okay. Where were we? I don't remember.
Right, so Raul Montoya had just moved in and put his arm around your waist and pulled you to him.
Ooh,
Okay,
right.
so I'm
Turn
gonna
up the
say,
steam.
Raoul, don't you find me irresistibly attractive?
He says,
Huh?
your eyes remind me of tranquil pools.
Well, this is my party here. They're kind of like decoration on my arm. Look at my friend Radovan there. It would be an honor for you to have his armor on him. Imagine how good I would look next to him. Surely you can give us some kind of discount.
If it would please you, then yes.
Oh,
I will
yes.
make this armor for him at a substantially attractive price.
I'm gonna put my hand through his hair and say, yes, thank you, Raoul. Let me
says,
get that on paper, and I'm gonna take out the card and say, please write
Here's a
down.
contract! No.
The charm's gonna wear off eventually. Here,
Right.
please write
Oh,
that
yeah.
down for me, so I shall remember and keep it in my heart.
He says, very well, but I do not have parchment and quill. Marlon
go.
rushes in.
Raoul, please do this.
He says, would 1,500 be a reasonable sum? For it is half the price of the armor, and already in such a small time, you have already stolen half my heart.
Then I will steal the other half, and he shall pay 100 gold. Just kidding.
About push it. Where's the bedroom?
Just kidding about 100. I'll say 500 gold.
Okay, he says, as much as I like you, to make such armor for a small fee would put me in ruin. I would have no business to provide for you or our children. But no matter, as it would be something that I know you would look upon with great favor. I will do it for
1,400 it is.
1,200.
1,200 it is.
Now, in my country, it is customary to seal such bargains.
Country.
It is customary to seal such bargains with love-making. Would you care to follow me to my home?
Much later, I have a beauty regimen I need to keep up with. Till then, let's go, guys. Get out of
As
here.
you go to walk away, he grabs your hand and pulls it close to him and kisses it. He says, I will cherish the moments between now and when next I feel your warm embrace pressed against my muscles.
Just sign this and we shall go.
Okay, without even looking at it, he takes it and he's like, shh, writes it and hands it back.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, my love. Until we
And I'm
meet
gonna
again.
say, let's get the fuck out of here. Come on. I don't want to make out with this guy.
Measurements.
Measure my friend here, Raoul. Pretend his body is mine.
I am a master at my craft. It took nothing more than me to circle his form one time. I already have his measurements firmly locked in here.
And
I
you have
know
mine, I'm
every
sure.
Drunk of the
single
trunk ride?
measurement
'Cause,
as
you
I
know.
do yours. 38, 26.
Well, I hope that you have a surprise for me later then. In the form of new armor. Goodbye. For free.
Goodbye for free?
Or perhaps you'll give me a present then when we return.
Oh, indeed, I will. You will be saying something along the lines of, it appears something the size of the royal barge just floated in between the sheets.
He really did
day.
say that.
Yes, he really
I
said
am
that.
out of here. Let's get the fuck out, guys. Come on.
I'm gonna hand over 300 gold as down payments. Just thank you, sir.
Okay, he nods, he goes, I am envious of you, sir, that you get to spend such time in the company of such a beautiful woman. And such other lovely, most attractive individuals.
Oh, that's you guys. That's you guys.
I'm gonna step forward and just put a heap of money on his anvil
I'm
there.
gonna lean over the red and discuss.
Okay, how much money are you dropping?
I'm putting 1,000 gold there.
Okay, so you put 1,000. Radovan
And I
put...
gave 300.
Oh,
so
you're
he's
done.
getting
You're
a-
paid.
That's more than 1,200.
Okay, he takes it and he says, "Goodbye, my love, until we meet again."
It's already a steal, man. What he's apparently doing for me. So.
Unless he's
That's-
completely full of crap and he makes sure...
I'll never forget you.
Makes a suit of
He's
armor made out of
regular
baked bean
armor.
cans.
Well, wait. The slip of paper, Kia. The slip of paper says, you
Yeah.
know, masterwork full plate. Did it say
Yeah,
that?
we wrote it down and then he signed it.
Okay, I'm trusting you because
Okay,
apparently you, yeah. Okay.
let's get out of here.
Is anvil a metaphor? Maybe. All right, so you guys are fleeing the establishment as quickly as possible.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
for once, Kia's spell actually worked.
You're welcome, Radovan. That's for
thank
all the
you.
heals you gave me and not letting me die earlier.
Yeah.
ET on the armor, he said it would take 2 weeks. If he works on it basically morning, noon, and light, it's 2 weeks.
Okay.
Okay, so we got 2 weeks to kill, guys. By the end of those 2 weeks, you'll get your ring back, Kia. Does that sound fair?
Yes, I
Oh,
guess.
Jesus.
And we still have to go to the apothecary. And
Which isn't here. There is one. There isn't an apothecary.
what up? Did we ever find out what is here, or just like
No, because you came here,
Yeah.
you went to the tavern, you
Isn't
passed
this
the
where
blacksmith.
Is this where the Pelor people were?
the Pelor people are here,
Yeah,
right?
there's a church of Pelor north of here. Yeah, right here.
We don't know anything in this area,
No.
and this is the mayor's house, right? Or the
Yes.
regent's. Okay.
Yeah, Lord Harrington, he said that he was going to... Because Lord Harrington was leaving here to continue and escort his shipment to the king. If you remember, he came here, he got the swords, and he was heading on towards the capital, and he visited his friend before he left.
Okay.
And that was like the day of when you left.
Okay. So, what do you guys want to do?
If you're going to be, you want to visit the drunken rat?
Well, we should find out if there's a
No.
wizard in the town.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, that's a good question.
Who do you want to
Okay.
ask that of?
Are we
ask that
keeping
at
a
the
low
end.
profile, guys?
Yeah, we should. Maybe we should ask the black.
Well, you're gonna have to go back in there, Kia.
Oh.
Come on.
I say we
think-
leave that poor man alone. You've got him all hot and bothered, Kia.
Oh, jeez.
So let's go to the tavern
What's going
and
to be
Very
hilarious is when he...
see who's in there.
okay. So you go to the drunken rat.
Oh, we can ask the Pelorians. I mean, I didn't really get off on a good foot with them, but
No, you
Rude.
didn't. You pissed him off pretty heavily.
What if we go in and don't tell them we're with you?
I can stay outside. I mean, you know, Presbyterians for
I was
life.
with him, unfortunately, so I can't go in.
So it would have to be you two.
You did apologize, though,
I did.
so they might forgive you. I mean, they are forgiving people. I mean, all they do is like, "Oh, the way," you know, instead of actually doing clerical.
All they talk about is the sun.
Son this, son that. It's like I'm the one actually healing people here. You know, what do they do? All right, sorry, I was getting ahead of myself. I'm
I think
biased.
that's all they do too. Remember, they don't make potions. So they have to be.
They don't make potions.
So we want to go in and ask them if there's a wizard in town or if they can help us.
If they can identify anything, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I maybe higher level. I don't know. I mean, they probably won't be able to, but a wizard, yeah. Let's do that.
All right. To Pelor Place.
To Pelor! Alright. So you
Put on
guys
your
are...
visors.
Where is Raisa and Radovan going to hang out while they do that?
I'm gonna wait outside.
Okay. So you're gonna go with them, but they're going in the church.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, let's go to the Chapel of the Righteous Flame then.
Go into the chapel.
Alrighty, let me go ahead and set this for you.
Yeah, they can't identify. They might know a wizard who can.
Alrighty. Okay, so Kia and Marlowe, you walk into the Chapel of the Righteous Flame. It is a magnificent looking building. There are lines of stone pews ornate that lead all the way up to a raised dais where there is a priest standing in pristine paladin armor, or paladinic looking armor, kind of like the armor that Renovan used to have, but doesn't have anymore.
Give me your armor.
And a few initiates walking around. I charm him. No.
I charm him and I get his armor.
You can bring it back. Here you go, Redman.
Here you go.
Okay, as you approach, this fellow walks up in front of you and like doesn't stop you, but like cuts you off. He says, "Hello, ladies. Welcome to the Chapel of the Righteous Flame. I am Darian Corlethan. How can I help you?"
We recently found some items of magical orientation, and we were hoping someone here might be able to help us identify what sort of enchantments are on them.
I'm afraid here at the Chapel of the Righteous Flame we don't do such public service things, I'm afraid. But if you would like to pray to Pelor and have him bathe you in his anointed light, you are welcome to stay. Or if you are suffering from any ails or ailments, we would be more than happy to address them for you.
It's not identifying our magic items. That's
No, he's not. I'm not praying for anybody.
I'm pissing him off too.
All you guys ever do is piss off the Melorians.
I don't tell him this.
Okay.
Obviously.
Do you perhaps know of a wizard in town or in the nearby town?
I know of no wizards here in town, I'm afraid. But if you would like to if you'd like to take a seat for a moment, I will consult with my brethren.
Thank you, brother. Go sit down.
He goes over and whispers to this guy, and you see him like shake his head. Then he goes over and whispers to this guy.
I'm not gonna sit.
Are they
but
playing
I'm-
telephone?
And he comes back and says, "Purple monkey dishwasher." No. Okay, after talking to the fellow at the top, he comes back to you. He says, "Unfortunately, yes, as I fear, there is no one of such a magical standing here in Finneton. However, if you would like to continue your journey westward from here, you will arrive at a small town known as Durdenweald. It is a farming community, nonetheless, but it is believed that there is a somewhat eccentric and retired individual of a arcane nature living there in their community."
Do you know his name?
I'm afraid I don't.
Okay. Is he old?
Being retired, I would assume he probably is. But I'm sure if you go to Durdenweald and inquire about an old retired wizard, I'm sure people would know who it is you're talking about.
And how long to the town? How long of a journey?
It is several days' journey. Would you be traveling by horse or carriage or on foot?
We usually like to
Perhaps-
do things on foot.
Oh, yes. It's probably going to take you at least 4 or 5 days, I'm afraid, to get there.
Unless there's a carriage we can acquire here.
We have no such transportation available here at the Church of the Righteous
Well,
Flame,
I
but,
meant here in the town, brother.
you could, of course, acquire amongst the locals and see if any of them is willing to afford you such transportation.
Alright. Well, thank
Or
you
is there
for-
anything else that the Church of the Righteous Flame can do for you?
Well, you've been very helpful with the information. Thank you.
Well, I'm very, very pleased we could help. And please, as you exit the church, you will indeed notice that there are a couple of collection boxes which Pelor would bless you for applying a certain amount of blessed currency towards us being able to help the poor and the needy.
Whisper to Marlo, Pelor doesn't need any damn money. Look at this place. Okay.
And these are some nice dicks you guys got here.
What did you say?
These are some nice digs you guys got
Digs,
here.
oh.
Did Pelor build this for you?
No, the brethren here built this stone and mortar and glass all by our own hands. You might be interested to know that this establishment has stood here on this sacred ground for 47 years. It took 27 monks originally, was the number that took part in the construction. Obviously we had some aid from the local community, and the local lord generously donated the materials and the means to
I wasn't.
but if you would look over here to the left, you can
really
see
weren't
that there is a
interested to know.
stained glass window
Monks did
depicting
this?
Thank you for your time. Goodbye.
as
Come on, Marlo.
Kia just ran straight down the.
Monks did this? Monks built this for you.
It's, the initiates of Pelor. Myself, I was not here, but he kind of looks up and says, "Here up above on the sconce, as you can see, Father Bertold Haverton. He was here as a young initiate himself during the days of construction for this fine church."
He's still here?
Oh yes, this is him up here. He kind of points to the man in plate mail.
Interesting. Thank you. I think my friend's running down your aisles.
He is already out.
Don't forget the donation on the way out. It would be in your best interest to receive the blessing of the holy light as you leave the chapel of righteous flame. You look like you need to be righteously saved anyway.
What was that?
All right, you guys run as fast as you can. Okay, are either of you going to put a donation in the donation box on the way out the door?
Did he actually say that, or were you joking?
The question is, did you hear him say it?
That's what I'd like to know.
Make
Did I
a
hear
listen
him?
check if you want to hear it. He waited until you were always by the door, so you'll need a 20 or higher.
Okay, well, we're gonna give that a shot. Mm-hmm. Move over to roll as Marlon. Not 74.
You wish. Oh! Natural 20!
She's got a ram. He's the ram ring, man.
Oh, shit just got real. Okay. Well, here is your first natural 20. And of
Who
course,
voted Marlo?
let's see if you bet on Marlo. Now, let's look at the numbers. So 13 expected Bane to roll the first 20. 6 Shagget, 4 Jane, and 5 for Spook. 5 for Marlo. So, the following people... Let's see here.
Nice.
Doer Dragon got 150, Illuminatus 150, Park and Seals 150, San Jose Z got 12, Wooden Gamer got 150. So you guys, you know what? You bet on the Oriental chick. You won. There you go.
Me? Can she crit listen?
Listen. Yeah,
listened so
she
well.
even heard what he was thinking of saying next. Okay, so yes, you hear as you're running down there, like very mumbled under his breath, you hear him say that. It was probably a reference to the way you're dressed, if anything. That's what you think, because you're so scantily dressed, especially now in all your silken, shiny,
like provocative skin.
shiny, provocative stuff. Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. I beg your pardon.
Oh, I merely said, yes, I believe that you would be justly deserving of the blessing from Pelor.
I see. Pelor can keep his blessing, or I can tell you where he can put his blessing.
Blasphemy! You should not tempt the gods in such a way, my dear. Things could go ill against you, should you do so. Not that Pelor is a vengeful god, however. The number of times that he may have chosen to bestow favor upon you rather than allow you to fall prey to foul circumstance, you would never know.
Well, I happen to have a friend who works under St. Cuthbert. And I have to say, he's done a lot more for me than Pelor ever has.
Well, the Cuthbertarian religion is indeed an ally of ours. They are a good and just organization that believe in St. Cuthbert, who is, one of our Lord's greatest allies in the fight against wrongdoing and evil.
Right.
So you are blessed to be in such present company.
Well, I
You kind of
find
notice
it
the
hard to
whole
believe.
place has gone deathly quiet. Like
I
everyone
find
is
it
like,
hard to believe that Cuthbert would be allied with someone who thought it was okay to talk to people like this, people that you hardly know. And look at all of this luxury that you're living in, supposedly helping the poor.
oh, we indeed do. The poor and the sick come here for healing all the time, and we give alms to the poor on a daily basis.
Do you think you could give more help to the poor if you sold this place?
Ah, but if we was to sell the chapel, where would they come for refuse?
You don't really need extravagant
Refuge.
things like this to offer refuge to people.
He says, well, it's beyond me to understand why Pelor blessed us with such a gracious chapel, but the hands of the hard-working are truly blessed. And as I said, many, many years of hard labors were put in to create such a marvelous establishment.
Well, I don't know anything about Pelor, and maybe he is a just and amazing god. But if he is, I don't think you have his favor.
Well, I am but an initiate, and I hope to ingratiate myself in his blessings further. We are
Maybe
here.
you can start by not judging what you don't know.
Well, you shame me, good lady. I must indeed atone for my comments. I do feel that I was very unjust. It is just, dressed such as you are, I sadly judged you as a common harlot that may wander the streets at night. But I feel now that I clearly did misjudge you, so I apologize profusely and beg your forgiveness.
I don't see the point in wasted cat, please.
Wasted cat, please. Here, I have a cat. No. No, he said, I really do apologize. I will say penance and seek forgiveness from my God for saying such a harsh statement and coming to such an unjust and quick judgment about you.
I dress the way that I do because I don't believe in spending money on extravagance. I get used by what I only
You get
buy what
used?
I need. I only buy what I need to get by, and any
a vow
other
of
money I would
poverty.
bestow upon those that need it more.
A vow
Maybe
of
you
poverty,
can learn a lesson from me.
I
Maybe
understand.
Pelor sent me here to teach you a lesson.
This
Yeah,
may
so-
indeed be the case.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Smoking is a sin. No.
Kid
Dog
Alright,
Gasser,
I'll
thank
turn
you for the
around and
follow.
leave now.
Asumi,
may.
if I missed you, thank you for the follow. And Snow Blackland, thank you for the follow. Okay.
Nicely done,
He kind of
Milo.
walks away with his head held low in shame towards the pulpit.
Holy refuse.
Go Marlo. Go
When I do a
Marlo. Go
jump high
Marlo.
five, a jump high five,
Put
Yeah.
him in his place, girl. There you go. That's the way
and
to
then I
do
want the
it.
camera to freeze on the jump high five, and then the episode ends.
Marlo says Takia Radovan was right about him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
You guys are killing me, man. You guys are killing me.
That was
So-
amazing.
Back
That
to the
was so
streets.
good.
Hey, this is why, as I've said, sometimes roleplay trumps dice rolls. I didn't need an intimidate roll. I didn't need a diplomacy roll. That was, if you roleplay it right, screw the dice.
Wonderful. Good job, Steve.
All right. So as you walk away,
She was so angry she couldn't even get her words out.
I showed him.
So,
All right. So I want to know in detail how you guys exit the church because we're outside. So
Radovan, those guys are assholes.
I think we're all us religious folk are kind of assholes. I mean, Risa and Key over here can attest to my assholiness. So
He admits it. Good
His
job.
assholiness.
you see, I'm just your
His
asshole.
assholiness.
Like, that's
Radavan
the
Renier the
difference.
Third.
You know, Marlo, I'm just your guy's asshole. Like,
That's it.
This is why
Roleplay
you
it
can
right.
tell
Our
Screw
asshole.
the dice.
You're an
I didn't
asshole.
realize how extravagant that place was on the inside, and then they claim to be helping those less fortunate. And they say that monks built this place. And I don't know. I don't classify, I don't relate those two things together. And,
Radovan's a communal asshole. Sorry, just really wanted to say that.
and he thought I was a streetwalker. He assumed I was a streetwalker.
Did he call you a streetwalker?
Common
He
harlot.
assumed that I was a harlot and a streetwalker, and I needed to pray to Pelor.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, it is like, I'm not gonna lie. You are dressed a little bit weird.
A little bit provocative.
I've gotten that.
I've
I
never
understand
met.
it's not what you guys are used to. I mean, where I'm from, it's not a big deal, but
Right. Well, I guess it's even worse that you went from like old cloth robing to shiny, silky kind of like.
Right?
yeah, I mean, but I
Kimono
did say
type.
like the magic word or whatever, and nothing happened. It's like right now, Marlo kind of assumes she's kind of stuck like this.
Maybe that is the magic. Maybe it's you've got a you've got a tunic of whoring, or a tunic of street walking, or who knows.
Well, I mean, also she also dresses like this because it's easy to move around in it. So
Damn straight. Well, that's the reason she does. Yeah, for sure. Of course, conservative people that may not understand the reason, whatever.
So, Marlo, I'm sorry that he accused you of such.
I mean, I'm not a religious monk, of course. I'm sure you know this, but
I honestly
the fact
never
that
thought to ask.
He claims that Pelor and St. Cuthbert, your St. Cuthbert, are allies, and I don't feel like that doesn't seem right to me.
Well, you gotta understand, we both, and I look at Race and Kia and wonder why none of them has ever asked me this fact about Cuthbert. We both lean towards justice and goodness. They more so than me. I'm more about law and order. A lesson that I learned quite costly before I met you. So, if the laws of this town are shitty laws and bad laws, I have to abide by them. I can't not, because if I don't, then I screw myself over. But laws suggest order, suggest goodness for the most part, and I like to think I lean more towards the good than the bad or the neutral or whatever.
I just don't understand why somebody who claims to be so righteous would put so much stock in appearance.
Well, I do it for protection. They do it for, I don't know, I mean, they do it because I
Marlo
can.
just looks really bummed, and she doesn't
Just
understand
like being
it.
called a prostitute.
She looks really bummed and doesn't understand it, and like she would expect.
Maybe in
wants
the
to believe
Pelorian
that
faith,
people
that's
who-
a compliment.
Yeah, she wants to believe that good people are good people. She doesn't want to think. She's got this very innocent view of
Worldview.
Red, white
Radovan
robes.
and his
Shifting.
religion and people who claim to be of that, and it upsets her to think that she associates everything about St. Cuthbert as to what she knows from being around Radovan. So anybody that would claim to be on the same side as Radovan who acts like that kind of makes her angry.
So
I
Race
can
is just gonna
see
go,
that.
come on,
I
Marlo.
could totally
She's
see
gonna
that.
link arms. She's gonna like link Marlo's arms. She's gonna say, "Come on, Marlo, let's go see
The
if they have, like,
wizard,
a
the
sake
wonderful
at
Wizard
the
of Oz.
Yeah, we'll get. I mean, I don't condone it, but we'll get you a drink at the tavern and cool your jets and calm down, and just know that I think all three of us, and you included, we're in it for good reasons. Ultimately, I'd like to hope so.
Being good isn't all it's really cracked up to be, though. Let's be
Okay,
honest.
Kia, don't start, please, Miss Elf.
Marla's so
please, please.
idealistic, and yeah, being where she was kind of isolated. So you guys are really all that she knows of this part of the world. So she really holds you guys in high expectations and everything. So
Okay, you
her
are-
standards
ruin
for
it,
everybody
Kia.
else is
You
based
are her
around
pristine
you guys.
example of what these mainland southerner people of Arconus behave like.
We stopped would-be rapists. We stopped would-be thieves. We stopped corrupt governments. We stopped an evil cult. For the most part, I think we're good guys. I think we're the good guys. And we have messed up in the past, but don't despair, Marlo. You're apparently one of us now. Oddly enough.
One of
You've
us.
insulted a religion, you're now one of us.
You've insulted. We have that in common about Pelor, so we're good to go.
Okay, so you guys
Let's
are heading
get you some-
towards the Drunken Rat.
Sure.
All right, let's move you to that fine establishment. All right, where are you guys? Here you are.
First thing I want to do is look around and see if those elves are still there.
Oh no, they are long gone. That was
Phew.
days ago, Kia.
never
As is that annoying little halfling fellow. He is long gone too. Glancing around the tavern, there seems to be nothing more than common folk and several of the faces here you saw the time you were here before.
Okay, once we sit down, I'll finally tell them that I found a wizard in the nearby town of
Yeah, Marla completely forgot about that.
Durdenweald. I wrote it down.
Where is that?
Okay.
Yay!
I'm gonna
To the
stand on the
west.
table apparently until I can figure out how to.
Several
Okay.
days to the west. There's an eccentric.
No,
So
I'm in
hire
somebody
the
else's
wizard.
table.
Oh boy. They don't know
What's
his
going on?
name.
There we go.
There you go.
So he's west. Well, that's near Arendelle, right? I mean, west is Arendelle. Correct?
Did he say west?
You did say west, yes.
Durdenweald.
Is it west or
It is, because I wrote it down as he said it.
You did say
Damn
west.
it.
Okay.
Okay, pretend I said east and be done with it.
Okay.
I was just thinking I did say west. I meant east, but I did indeed say west.
Okay. So it's
So-
so east. Okay.
Said east. I'm not going to try to roleplay that apparently the priest was directionally challenged, and I'm not going to let you go in the wrong direction for
do
3
this.
days.
Um,
Yeah, no, yeah,
So,
no,
top-
he said
Alright.
east.
so Apothecary West Arendelle, Wizard East Durdenweald.
Yes.
What do you guys want to do?
Racer left the table a while ago.
Oh, you're a true rogue because I honestly
Oh.
did not notice.
I never notice when she does things.
I say wizard.
Oh,
Because he can identify it and just tell us what the potion is instead of have the apothecarian just look at it.
okay.
Well, while you guys are discussing that, so Race has gone up to the bar.
I have.
The barkeep, seeing you arrive, walks over. Hello, my dear. What can I get for you?
Some dinner, a round of dinner for my friends in the corner, please.
Oh, not a problem.
do
How
you
many
have-
would I be catering for this evening?
There'll be 4 of us in total.
Fair enough. Drinks?
Do you have sake by any chance?
Sucky?
Sake. A rice wine?
Mm, afraid not. Don't have anything made of rice. Got some corn mash, whiskey. Sour mash, if that will help.
Nothing maybe even in the back? Rare, exotic?
Afraid
It's-
not. Fairly simple fare here. Don't get much call for that foreign stuff.
Oh, well then, 3 glasses of mead and your finest water.
Finest water. So, yep. I'll put it in a clean glass, and that's all I can promise.
Thank you.
All right, I'll have it over to you in a moment then.
Thank you.
Fair enough. And he goes back to his regular patrons.
Risa, you must be getting more powerful than ever, because I honestly did not see you leave this table.
I'm a rogue, Radavan.
Strike me down, I will become more powerful
Fair
than
enough.
you can possibly imagine.
I got us dinner, by the way. It should be over shortly.
Well,
I say
don't.
we get out of here quickly. Maybe procure a carriage.
Yes, Risa, we were talking about going to see a wizard to the east.
They
Yeah,
said
I-
he retired and
He's
like
a wonderful
master of
wizard
arcane
indeed.
knowledge.
Shut
so.
up, Core.
Is anyone listening to Marlo here? Marlo, speak up.
Marlo, what?
They said he was an arcane master and he was retired. So if he knew, if he knows anybody knows anything, it should be him. And I would expect his knowledge to be vast.
Well, okay, good. So I know that to identify something, we're going to need pearls,
Yes.
because we've had that happen before. They cost money. Risa, I owe you money.
So we go diving for oysters.
Marlo, if you want to try that in the river, I would totally imbue you with magical ability to survive on the water. We can control the water. Like, if you really want to try to get oysters for free, we could totally do that.
Do you think that would work? I mean, that's how we used to.
It has to be 100 GP in value, those pearls. I know that from...
I don't know how. I mean, I don't know
I
how
think there's
else
just
to go about.
I don't think there's just hundreds of oysters at the bottom, and they all have pearls in it. This would take a long time.
I could do locate objects, search for a pearl. I'd be more than happy
Is there
to
any
do
harm
that.
in trying it?
Well, there's people coming to this town. We need to leave quickly. Or they're here already, and they're in our rooms.
We haven't got rooms yet.
They
They're that good.
somehow know.
They predicted which rooms you're gonna get.
They critted those.
Where the
rolls.
barkeep is being held at knife point, and he has to give us.
Kia,
A
Never
fellow
mind.
What
walks
is-
over to Kia and says,
I don't trust
forget
anybody."
your soap."
Here, you trust me, you trust us, I hope.
I do.
We're more than capable of dealing with vagabonds who want to steal from us. Even if
I
they
don't
knew
think
that
they're
we
just
had stuff worth
vagabonds.
stealing.
I'm sure that they're professional magic seekers.
So, like the Azurhan, didn't we deal with the chick from Incorthan?
Well, I didn't deal with her so well.
You were instrumental in that. What are you talking about?
Here! Put my hand through the hole.
Here, cut my wrist.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That did
Yeah,
happen,
I
didn't
did
it?
terribly.
You were instrumental in, because then you woke up after you went unconscious, and she was in that room, so you
could
stopped her
say
from
I caused
escaping.
that also.
Don't look at the negative. Look at what we've done together as a
Hey,
group.
okay.
Have a little faith in yourself.
Well,
I
as you're
have plenty of
discussing
faith in
this,
myself.
the
just
door
not
opens.
Everything else.
and a guard's a kind of like a dirty, filthy, kind of blood-stained guard staggers in through the door. He's wearing the livery of Arundel.
My God.
Oh no.
Moments
Oh.
after, Lord
God.
Harrington, what kind of like stumbles in as well, clutching his side. He's got what appears to be a huge, big, like a pile of cloth pressed against his side, like he's using it to compress some kind of wound. As he staggers in, and he says, raises up his hand, and he says, "Ambushed! We were ambushed!" And then he like stumbles forward, and the guard catches him and helps him to this table. The guard looks around and says, "Is there a priest in the house?"
Radovan, don't give yourself up.
I push Raisa out of the way, and I immediately do a heal check on Mr. Harrington to
Alright.
appraise his wounds.
Go ahead.
Oh my god, my heal's so beautiful. By beautiful, I mean not at all. Alright. 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, he is seriously. It looks like he's been he's been stabbed. Probably by a very, very sharp sword. Like there's a penetration point, but there's a huge cut, like where it would have been drawn back. So looking at it, you're like, okay, this was a really, a heinous wound. This was like somebody. He is like.
Okay, so
This will
with that,
ultimately be fatal. Yes.
would I be able to determine which heal to utilize to best heal him? Like,
Yeah,
hit points. is kind
he's close to being unconscious. He's lost an awful lot of blood.
All right. Well, then I do cure serious.
Okay.
So I do plus 10, right? Since we're all technically level 10.
Yes.
All right. Shibuti. Oh,
Ouch.
that's pretty shitty.
Yeah, it still heals up. I mean, it still does a lot of healing to the wound. The guard looks at you and he says, kind of like squints a little bit, and then he says, "Don't I know you? You were at the guardhouse in Arundel a week or two ago."
Ooh, is he one of
you-
the ones that you bonked? With the your head patted?
Yes. We were commissioned to help Harrington.
Oh.
What happens?
Rainier, yes, Rainier. Oh, and your company. We were traveling.
okay?
We hadn't yet arrived at the nearby town of Durdenweald, and all of a sudden they were there. They were in front of us. They
Who were
stepped
they?
out of nowhere. They accosted our caravan. They spoke some weird language that we could never understand, and they demanded, I assume, that we halt. I feel it was like some kind of banditry. And then, well, I don't quitely know how it kicked off, but one of our company, I had 10 of the fine militiamen from Arundel, as you know, accompanying the caravan. And, well, one of them became overzealous, a crossbow bolt fired, and the next thing we know, they slaughtered everybody. It was barbaric. I've never seen people move so quickly with such lightning accuracy. With their weapons, one of them, they leapt through the air, leaping at least 4 foot in the ground, or 4 foot off the ground, and kicked another one in the face, knocking him to the ground, and then hit him with a barrage of punches like I've never seen before. They seem to use strange weapons, their fists, their feet, short stabbing weapons, but not swords of any kind. And it was brutal. They waded through our company like they were nothing but children. While all this was going on, my trusty colleague here,
Children.
he grabbed me, and pulled me down the road and into the bushes where we hid. And I mean, the cart overturned, and I mean, it was terrible. They rummaged through our stuff, and the strangest thing, they took a handful of the shields that we had left, but left all the swords.
What? What do you mean they were running around like nothing but children? Were they?
No, they
they-
waded through our company like they were children. The
Oh.
trained militiamen couldn't stand against these foes. They They ducked and dived and moved with such
Okay.
grace and such eloquence that they were no match for them.
What did they look like? Were they orcs or elves or
I
humans?
don't rightly know, but they were strange, gaunt-looking fellows. They had like pallid, greenish skin.
Like the Drakhar?
Stygian Templar, thank you for the follow. I don't know who they would be.
I look
Yes.
at everybody
Just
and
like the people we saw before.
But I don't... It seemed like they were trying to talk to us, to reason with us, and it wasn't until, as I said, an overzealous militiaman fired a crossbow bolt that they leapt into action. But it was so fast,
What?
we had no chance against them. Do you understand? They were amongst us like whirling, crazed dervishes.
So you were saying they were
punching and kicking.
peaceful at first until you fired in.
Well, no, I wouldn't say they were peaceful. They stopped
They were
our
trying to
wagon and they were
communicate.
yelling at us and they had weapons drawn. They probably were going to attack us, and I
they're
think
going for your shields
I think
again.
our militia just felt threatened, and one of them just, as I said, it was one crossbow bolt. It fired.
Okay.
He
What's
dived
your
below the crossbow bolt faster than I've ever seen a person move before. And then they were upon us. They cut the throat of the horses, they killed them where they stood, and then they wailed through our guard. It was as if they had no... You have to understand, we had no chance against these people.
Well, how did you and Harrington escape?
Yes, yeah, that's what Marla's concerned with. They killed the horses.
He says, well, this is Harrington talking, by the way. He says, as I said, my colleague here, he grabbed me. He pulled
Got
me
it.
a little further down the road and we hid in a bush until they disappeared. And when I say disappeared, do you understand? They disappeared. They vanished. I've
Take a
never
breath.
seen something like
Take
this
a breath.
before.
Okay. How far from... You were going to Durdenweald? Or traveling to or from Durdenweald?
We had not yet... You see, Durdenweald is...
Is your destination, right?
No, well, Durdenweald is one of the two towns between here and the capital. It's the first one, and we were at least probably 4 or 5 hours from making Durdenweald, and there they were. They stepped out of nowhere in front of the wagon, almost as if they stepped off of unearthly air-like chariots. They just stepped from the thin air and stood in a line in front of us. But you realize we had 10 trained military men. There were but 3 of them.
Only 3. We saw 3, didn't we?
We did see 3.
Why are the shields?
I don't understand the shields. But they seem
And you
to...
two are the only left from your town?
From the
From the
militia,
camp-
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The rest was slaughtered. We
Yeah.
hid. I know it sounds cowardly, but it would have been futile for us to even try to help.
Okay. We
3
were
that can take down 10.
we were just talking about heading to Durdenweald. There's a man we need to
Yes.
see in Durdenweald.
Well, the caravan and the incident, it's back there. Do you have transportation?
I look at Raisa.
Nope.
We have a horse, but we were going to procure a carriage.
Allow me. I'll take care of. If you're willing to accompany me
means.
back and look to see if there's any indication of you might understand the craziness that happened, I will procure a caravan or a cart or a wagon and horses, whatever I can afford. If there's somebody here that can sell it to us, and we'll travel back there. But you were such implement. I'm sorry, but I'm so weary, and the pain here on my side, it has me somewhat in a.
Well, I'm going to touch him and heal him again.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
Try to get rid of
Okay.
all
Well,
of
he
his
feels
pain.
remarkably better after that. He says, Oh, may the blessings of St. Cuthbert be upon us. I commend you, and I thank you, sir,
Well, we-
for your work. I am still weary, but the pain has resided. Yes,
how
you
about we
were
leave
of
first thing
such
tomorrow?
great aid to me back in Arundel with this situation, and it is indeed St. Cuthbert's blessed findings that I should bump into you all here in Finnerton. I'm glad you're still here. I trust you had never left. I wish I had never left.
Well, we weren't here the entire time, but we're back here temporarily for now. And it's, not just me, it's these other 3 fine helpers.
Well, exactly. As I said, I mean, you and your company were of such great aid to me back in Arundel. And I hope that you may indeed be once again. Of course, my reputation with the king and his outfitter is ruined. Not only did I fail to deliver the final amount of shields and the money that I was going to use to buy and curry his favor, but now the swords haven't arrived as well. Oh, I'm ruined. Ruined, I tell you.
We'll help you get to
Has our food arrived yet? Because I think if it does come, I'm going to give mine to Lord Harrington.
Well, glancing around, you can see that the innkeeper had a full tray of food, but he's laid it down on the bar like, I'm not going over there right now.
Okay, I'm going to go get it then.
Okay.
And bring it over.
Okay, so you bring the delicious morsels over there and lay it down.
And yeah, I will offer the food to Lord Harrington and his man, and then I'll go back and ask for 2 more plates.
Okay, the guard immediately sits down and he says, "Oh, thank you so much, I'm ravenous," and starts stuffing it in his mouth like he hasn't eaten for days, which he probably literally hasn't since they walked all the way back here. Lord Harrington is, "Oh, thank you, my good lady," as he picks up a chicken leg and acts like he barely has the energy to eat it.
Oh. Just don't get it.
I guess now's a bad time to ask him if he has any pearls.
And scene.
That is the perfect end to our stream for tonight. Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on Howreroll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter @Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons & Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget to keep up with all things Howreroll. Follow us on Twitter @Howreroll. Check out the website www.howreroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.
When I'm not playing Radovan Rainier, Cleric of St. Cuthbert for Howreroll, I'm just Shagget, a guy who can't do math in public. You can follow this poor lost soul on twitch.tv/Shagget, or on Twitter @Aneb_convos. For the love of all things boozy, stay in school.
I'm the Dragon Spooker, and I play Marlowe the Hot-Blooded Monk for Howreroll. You can catch my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/thedragonspooker, or you can follow me on Twitter at @dragonspooker. I hope to see you guys around.
Hi guys, thanks for watching today's episode of Howreroll. I hope you had a lot of fun, and if you'd like, you can give me a follow at Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook @Bane Blackstar, or come say hi in my own Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Bane1271. I stream full-time and usually play World of Warcraft, The Sims 4, and I even craft things out of polymer clay, but you never know what we'll get up to. I hope you'll come say hi, join in the conversation, and have some fun.
Hi, I'm Jane, and when I'm not fireballing innocent peasants, I'm perusing Twitter, eating ice cream, and petting my cat Norman. You can follow me on Twitch @JaneIvana, and on Twitter @JaneOnTwitch, and that's with a 0, not an L. Goodbye. Or as I say, peace, suckus.